Today on our 2011 Kia Sorento, we're going to be test fitting the Inno Square Bar Roof Rack system. That's going to be part numbers INB127. That's going to be our 50-inch square bars right up top here. The other part is going to be our Inno Feet. That's going to be part number INFR. This roof racking system can carry a wide variety of accessories such as bike racks, cargo carriers, cargo racks, anything to that nature. Because of the square design, you are going to have some wind noise and some drag while you're driving, but you can purchase a fairing that will act as a wind deflector and go right over our bars, and that'll cut down some of the noise and some of the drag while you're driving. We come down to our feet, we see that we have a rubber-coated steel strap that comes under our factory side rail and hooks in to this side right here. And then it also has a rubber coating on top where the clamp is for when we tighten that down. Because of the rubber on both the strap and the pad, it's going to prevent any type of scratches or abrasions during installation or during travel. Then once we tighten that down, we put our end cap on and we lock it into place. That's going to be for security purposes to prevent any type of theft. Now before we put our back crossbar in, I want to show you guys how we got the front one in place. So first we measured from this point right here to the center of our crossbar, even on both sides, to make sure it was even. And now we can come over and see what we have in our kit. As you can see, we already have it partially assembled, so I'm going to show you guys how to assemble the rest of it before we put it on. But first, we have our other crossbar right here. We have our other Inno Feet right here, our end cap for our crossbar, the keys for our end caps, and our two end caps after we're done installing it. So first, to make it easier, we're going to go ahead and flip this over. We're going to grab our Inno Feet. We're going to install it, the crossbar, into this little square hole right here, making sure that this little tab is on the outside because we're going to want that to tighten it. So we're going to go ahead and slide that on like so. After we're done with that, we're going to take our end cap and just slide that right on there. And now we're ready to put it on our roof. So we'll move this out of the way. Now in some cases, you might need an extra hand if you have any type of height restrictions. But for now, I think I'm able to just go ahead and get it in place without any extra help. There we go. Now once we do that, we're going to measure from center crossbar to center crossbar to see what spacing we need. Now it doesn't quite matter how far apart you want your crossbars. I like to base it on what kind of accessories I'll be carrying on my load bars, or on my crossbars, sorry. But as long as you have it at least over 24 inches, you'll be good to go. Or 24 centimeters, I should say. Or was inches, never mind. So we're going to scoot that back. How about right there, right at 25? We'll measure it evenly on both sides. Alrighty, that should be good. And before we tighten it down, we want to measure our crossbar overhang to make sure it's even on both sides. Measure right there, go down, just has to go a little bit that way, and that should be good. Now once we have it in place, we're going to come and grab our strap right here. As you can see, it has these two little notches on the sides. That's going to swing up and over and lock in or hook in right there. We'll do that on both sides before we start tightening down. Pull it up and hook it right in. Now we are ready to go ahead and tighten it down. So you can take this little black tab and we're just going to turn it to the right until it's pretty snug. And what that's also going to do is that's going to tighten our crossbars in place too, so they're not sliding left and right. So once it gets snug, I like to turn it like about 5 or 6 more times just to make sure we're good. There we go. Then we're going to flip it, make sure it's flipped down facing the vehicle. And we'll get the other side real quick. There we go. We'll flip it down. And now we can go ahead and put our end caps on. Your roof rack will come with a set of keys so that you can lock and unlock your end caps to your roof rack system. Simply just insert it, turn it to the right, and now it's locked in place. Get that on both sides. Locked in place. Now we are ready to hit the road. But before we do that, I'm going to give you guys a few measurements to give you an idea of how far above your roof this roof rack will sit. I need a step ladder first so I can get up there. I'm just going to use the vehicle. So first I'm going to measure from the center of our roof to the bottom of our crossbar, and then I'm going to measure from the center of the roof to the top of the crossbar. First we see that to the bottom of our crossbar, we're going to have about 7 3/4 inches of space, and then, or 7 3/4 centimeters of space, I apologize. And if we go to the top, it's going to be about 10 centimeters of space from the center of our roof to the top. So you do have more than enough space to put any type of accessories that strap around the bars onto them without really risking any type of damage coming to the roof of your vehicle. These low bars have a carrying capacity combined of 220 pounds, but you always want to be sure to check your vehicle's manual to make sure that your roof can handle those weights. And that's going to do it for our test fit of the Inno Square Bar Roof Rack System on our 2011 Kia Sorento.